make the fitness journey fun. A lot of people like to talk about shit being optimal, or was this exercise good, is that exercise good, or what's the best ab workout to do so I can get lean in like 6 weeks or whatever. No one talks about the main driver of progress, the main driver of consistency, and it's making it fucking enjoyable and making it fun. Everyone struggles. I have this mate, right, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get myself into the gym, I'm gonna be really good, and he's there for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then he's disappeared again for 6 months. I'm like, bro, where the fuck have you been? Like, you were making good progress, and you chucked it all out the window. You stopped going again. He's like, yeah, man, I just can't be consistent. And every single time I tell him, look, you just have to make it enjoyable, and you'll keep going. You'll keep coming back. You'll keep coming back. And I wish he would take my advice, because he comes in and he thinks like, no, I know better. I should do the best thing possible. I can get in shape as quick as possible. When that's not how it works. It's not how it works. When you think about getting to the destination as quick as possible, you're never going to get to that destination. When all you think about is the destination, you're not going to get to it. You need to understand, right, it's going to be a long, gruesome journey. Shit's going to be difficult. There's a reason why not many people have great physiques. There's a reason why not many people look like very good as a teenager, and it's simply because it's fucking difficult. It is super, super difficult. Anyone tell you like, yeah, get ripped in 6 weeks really easily, is chatting out their arse. It's chatting out their arse, or they're just juicing, right? And you're going to do neither of those, by the way. You're doing neither of those. You're not juicing. I command you not to juice. I will fucking command you not. And it's a difficult journey, and that's why not many people get there. And the only way to get through it and to be consistent and to keep getting at it and keep going at it and keep returning back to the gym, not taking 6 months off, coming back for 2 weeks, taking another 6 months off and not actually going, is making it enjoyable. Being in the correct emotional frequency by making the fitness journey enjoyable not only allows you to be a lot more consistent, but allows you to actually make more gains inside of a gym workout. Think about it. If you've ever been to a gym, or if say it's been going to the gym for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and you've ever been and you've been when you're really, really hype, really, really happy and in a really good mood, and then you've been when you're in kind of autopilot mood, you don't really want to go, and you're just kind of zoned out. That version of you zoned out will get thoughts mid-rep being like, oh, this is not going up. This is difficult. Ugh, just put it down. It wasn't going to go up anyway. Compared to the version of you that was like hyped, ready for it, was like excited, probably had like new pre-workout to try or something, and was like, yeah, I'm fucking up for it, let's get that next rep. And compared to the vision of you that thought, oh, it's not going up anyway, you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna push as hard as I can anyway, just as much as possibly can, and then you get a rep. And that's the difference between making progressive overload or not. And that's the difference between making a load of gains or not. Being in the correct emotional frequency, being at a good enough emotional level to have arousal levels high enough to be able to push hard, train to failure properly, have enough mechanical tension to make muscle. It's that simple. People overlook the importance of emotional frequency so much. They're just like, yeah, I'll just go and do it. And then they have a shit workout, and they're like, why am I having a shit workout? The fuck? It's because you were zoned out for 45 minutes, not taking it fucking seriously, having no intention, having no, like, excitement. You weren't in the correct mental state. And that's why you're not making gains. And it's that simple. And people just think, oh, I'll just go and it doesn't make a difference. And it fucking does, because that's why they look like shit. So they look like shit. I've got a fucking prime example of how important emotional frequency is you see people blow up their physiques because of heartbreak. Because of they got cheated on, or their girl left them, or whatever. That's an example of emotional frequency influencing their arousal. Right, it's not a positive emotional frequency, but they're in an emotional frequency to increase their arousal levels to the point where they're pushing hard, they're training to failure, they're hitting partial reps because they're fucking heartbroken. So they're like, nah, this bitch ain't gonna do that to me. I'm gonna show her, I'm gonna show him, I'm gonna show them. And they're pushing really difficult because of this heartbreak, because they're in an intense emotional frequency. That's a prime example of it right there. I did it myself. I got broken up with like last year with my ex, and honestly, it was messy and it was brutal, and I don't really want to get into too much of them private details. And a public channel like this. However, I just want to say it fucking hurt. It broke me. I remember I was fucking upset for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? And I decided to take that out. You know what? I'm going to take that out into the gym. I'm going to be in a violent emotional frequency. I'll show her. No one's going to do that to me ever again. Because this fucking broke me, right? And I remember I hit 90 kilo like the week before, and it struggled to go up, it struggled, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna hit 2 plates. I'll hit 2 plates. And it's actually the videos on my Instagram. I remember sitting down, I remember walking around, and I was with my mate at the gym, my training partner at the time, and I was like, mate, don't fucking speak to me, I need to mentally load some images, like I need to like hype myself up for this, being a violent emotional frequency. And I just played back all of them memories, the difficult parts, the nice parts that I miss about that whole heartbreak, and that put me in an extremely, extremely fucking powerful emotional state. I got into that bar and I was just thinking like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this and she'll get back with you. You need to do this and you'll get a girl and make her jealous. You need to do this and all your problems will go away. Whatever was in my mind at the time, I was under the bar. And because I was in such a powerful emotional state, it comes down, I struggle, but because I grit my teeth and I'm so in a great arousal state, I'm in a correct emotional frequency, I want to push as hard as possible instead of just getting there and being like, no, this isn't going to go up anyway, I'm not really arsed, as I would have been a couple of weeks prior when this didn't happen. I pushed and I grit my teeth. I remember I always bite my lip. When I'm pressing really, really hard. And I cut and my lip was fucking bleeding, bro, because I was pressing that fucking hard because I was in a good emotional frequency. And the 100 kg bench press goes up. New PR, 2 plates, insane milestone hit in my gym fitness journey. Before I turned 18, by the way, I was 17, halfway through being 17, barely 17, right? And I hit 2 plates bench press at 68 kilograms body weight, 70 kilogram body weight, 1.5 times your bench press, your body weight, you're hitting on bench press at 17. Because I was in a correct emotional state and I gritted my teeth and I pushed super, super hard. That's the importance. That is it. That's why emotional frequency is so important. I can't believe so many fitness influencers like, yeah, I just bulk and get your calories and stuff. And no one ever talks about this sort of stuff, the mental side to it. And that's where people go wrong. People neglect it. People are uneducated on it, uninformed on it. And that's why people struggle to stay consistent and train really difficult. And I know I just spoke about a story that was about a negative emotional frequency, but the opposite is the same. Having an extremely hype, positive, like, outlook on your training when you go into the gym. That can do the same as well. However, that is maintainable. With heartbreak, motivation and all that sort of stuff is great, right? But that's only going to last a certain amount of months. It's only going to last a certain amount of time before you get over it, you get with someone new and you're in a happy state again. And it kind of leads to a bit of a miserable life. Like, it's good for in the gym, but then when you're like hung up on it outside of like the gym and like it makes you a little miserable being hung up on this girl just for gains and stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. Obviously, if it happens, it happens. I get that. All been there. It fucking broke me. I used it good. But if you can get that sort of emotional frequency from something that's hype, happy, actually gets you in a good mood, that allows for not only just a better gym workout, but a better life as well. So you're actually like having fun whilst on this journey, and that's why making it enjoyable is so important. You have to have fun, which makes the journey enjoyable, which makes you happier, which makes you more consistent, which then makes you more gains as well. Not only in that session, but in the long run as well. And that's why having a correct emotional frequency is so important. How can you achieve these things though? Like, you talk about, having a correct emotional frequency, and these phrases can be quite ambiguous to a lot of people. Like, they don't really know what they're on about, what they mean. So how the hell are you supposed to get that? And it's just making shit more enjoyable, man. Like, sitting down and thinking, right, what can improve my quality of sessions? And that may consist of cardio, right? I used to be fucking heavy on cardio. I went on an aggressive cut before my holiday, and I was doing cardio every single day. And I struggled to stay consistent with it when it was in the gym, when it was on a Stairmaster, when I was on a treadmill, staring at the same fucking spot in the wall in front of me for fucking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour. It just got really boring, really repetitive after like a week. You know, I was like, you know what? I don't have to go to the gym to do cardio. I realised I'm only going to the gym to do cardio so I can say I go to the gym twice a day. I don't actually enjoy my cardio. I'm probably not going to be quite consistent at it either. Why don't I just make it more fun? And I started doing runs on the beach. I started doing runs with people. I started going on walks. And that way, when I was outside, not worried about how quick I can do my run, not worried about how much I'm going to walk, not worried about fucking beating my personal best, I did my cardio, taking in the nature, taking in the environment, having a good time. Maybe I went on a walk with a mate or whatever it was. And that felt like I wasn't even doing cardio. You see the difference? You see doing cardio as a chore to get to your result, which requires a lot of discipline and hard to be consistent at, compared to doing a lot of cardio because you find it fun to the point where you don't even consider it cardio. You know which one's going to be more successful over a 2-3 year period? It's this one that enjoys it, that loves it, and doesn't even see it as part of their fitness journey, just really enjoyable. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for you. Another thing that makes training a lot more enjoyable is having a training partner. I don't want you to fall for this, by the way. I really don't want you to fall for this absolute bullshit that I see going online, because me and you were similar and I fell for it. And if I fell for it, I don't want you to fall for it either. I want you to have a great fucking fitness journey, have it super, super fun, achieve your results as quick as possible. Don't fall for the scam of, oh, I'm a lone wolf, I train on my own, I'm a disciplined man, I don't need anyone else. Don't fall for that absolute bullshit. It sounds fucking cool, it sounds like you're a fucking beast or whatever, you're on your grind, David Goggins. I'm going to be honest, but that shit is not enjoyable. And you think like, oh, you know what, I enjoy myself at the gym when I'm on my own. Not until you've had a training partner, bro. I had a training partner in year 11, it was this girl, right? And you're telling me I'm missing a session when there's a fucking absolute fit girl that's going with me every single week. You're telling me I'm missing a session after that? No fucking chance. You say I'm not having more fun when I'm with my boys having a training session. We're laughing, we're giggling, we're hyping each other up for our sets, and then as soon as the set's over, we switch and we're just fucking laughing again. You know? You're telling me I'm not having much more fun. I'm even smiling, reminiscing about like training partners I've had, because they make the session so much better rather than you just finishing your fucking set and going on your phone again, logging out and just, or walking around. You're right, mate. You're right, mate. Like, yeah, it's good to be social, but having that friend that makes it enjoyable, that training partner that fucking you're dying laughing and then you're locked in 30 seconds later getting the fucking as many reps as possible, helping each other on partials, spotting each other for PRs, you're hyping each other up, you're having a great time, you're flirting with a girl that you want to go to the gym with. Makes it so much more fun when there's another person involved. And again, you see it more of a social event rather than an actual fucking gruesome workout. And this skyrockets not only your consistency but your gains as well, because you just love it. You'll just love it and you'll want to push more and you'll want to train better. Another thing that I like to do is like pre-workout. Pre-workout, new clothes and new equipment. And new exercises as well, believe it or not, because all these new things, look, we as young teenagers were like, right, we need to be healthy. We're checking the clothes that we wear to see if it's made out of healthy materials. We're checking, is the pre-workout worth it because of my health, etc. I get that. Look, we want to be disciplined, we want to have good health, and we want to battle against like the people that put all the shit in the pre-workout, etc. But there's always a good side to it. Maybe having a new pre-workout once in a while, having new gym clothes that you feel fucking sick in. Like, I feel fucking huge in this top, so I fucking love to wear it. Having new exercise that you want to try, new equipment. Maybe you just got new straps for RDLs or deadlifts, or maybe you just got a new belt that you want to use for squats, or whatever it is. Having these new things gets you excited to try them out, excited to use them, and then when you go in the gym, you're like, I fucking can't wait. I can't wait for this. Right now, I'm trying this new fucking blue raspberry pre-workout, and I'm like, I know it's not the most optimal for my health, but it's got me dialed in and riled to never miss a workout for the gym, purely because I just want to carry on trying my pre-workout. Like, I've not had pre-workout yet, and trying it honestly makes such a difference, because not only does it improve my performance, like I'm more like hyped and etc. But I'm just excited to go now because I want to try my pre-workout. So having new things like this, even though we understand may not be the best for our health, we can take an exception to it when it's like, oh, I'm excited to go to the gym. I really want to go just to try out this, and then you have a sick workout as a result because you're like, fuck, I'm in a great mood, I'm in a correct emotional frequency, and I can't wait to go. And there's some techniques that you can use to make the journey more fun. Maybe it's worth sitting down and asking yourself, how can I make my fitness journey more fun? How can I make my individual training sessions more enjoyable? Because these are the things that are going to get you consistent. These are the secrets that, rather than saying like, yeah, have a routine and never miss a routine and use your discipline to never fucking stay consistent, and saying the same old advice with the same old fitness influencers all the time. This is the secret. Making it fun. It doesn't sound brutal and like masculine and gritty, but it's the truth, and the truth will always prevail. And as a teenager, you want to have fun. There's so much shit in your life that's so fucking fun compared to this. So you need to make it fun as well, so you carry on doing it. You don't doss it off for a fucking, I don't even fucking know, a trip to Mackey's or whatever. It needs to be so fun that it makes other shit fucking feel boring, so you never miss it. And that's the secret to consistency, and that's the secret to making insane gains in the gym. Being in the correct emotional frequency and making that shit fun. So action step before you leave. I want you to write down that question in your journal. Get a pen, write down, what will make my fitness journey more fun? And I want you to answer that today in your own free time. Whether it's a new pre-workout, new clothes, new straps, a new exercise, a new training partner, whether it's a new gym, whatever it is. Maybe it's taking your parents to go with you because you want to go work out with your dad because you never spend time with them. Whatever it is that makes it more fun, I want you to do that and take action on it, because that is the secret to gains, bro. And I can't wait for you to fucking absolutely love your fitness journey rather than seeing it as a chore, because you're going to beat everyone in the competition that does see it like a chore, rather than you, the guy that's having a fucking blast of a time, bro. So yeah, I can't wait for you to fucking love this fitness journey, bro.